There comes a quiet, unassuming moment in life when, although nothing in your surroundings has changed, you realize something profound within you has shifted. You may be standing in the kitchen waiting for the kettle to boil, or perhaps looking out a familiar window when you notice that this body of yours now asks for a different kind of care than it once did. This is not because it is failing, but because it has carried you so far, so faithfully. Our culture often frames aging as a battle to be fought, something to resist, conceal, or fix. But Buddhist wisdom offers a different, more compassionate understanding. Aging is not a mistake to be corrected. It is a testament to endurance. It is a profound collection of experience. Most importantly, it is an invitation to meet yourself with a deeper, more unconditional kindness. In this reflection, we will explore 7 gentle habits to help you care for yourself in later life with dignity, a calm, and a quiet, resilient strength. So stay with me on this journey. Listen with an open heart, and if these words resonate with you, consider subscribing so these teachings can find their way to others who may need to hear them too. Number 1. Body kindness listening. Instead of judging for many, waking up in later life can begin with an immediate sense of disappointment in their own body. The morning stiffness, the slower pace, the subtle heaviness in your limbs, these can trigger a quiet internal judgment, a whisper that says, "Something is wrong with me." But in the view of Buddhist wisdom, the body is not failing. It is communicating. This body has carried you through decades of life, through work and love, through grief and joy, through immense effort and quiet endurance. When it now asks for gentleness, it is not a sign of decline. It is a sign of earned wisdom. The body is simply asking to be met in a new way. The Buddha taught that the body is the first foundation of mindfulness. It is not something to be pushed, fixed, or ignored, but a source of wisdom to be listened to. In later life, the body becomes a powerful teacher. It teaches us patience, humility, and profound self-care in ways our youth never could. Begin each morning with a simple pause. Before reaching for your phone or rushing out of bed, just lie still for a moment. Feel the breath as it enters and leaves your body. Notice the simple miracle that you are here, that you have arrived safely in a new day. While still in bed, stretch gently. Reach your arms overhead. Roll your ankles side to side. Draw one knee toward your chest, and then the other. Think of these not as exercises to be completed, but as gentle greetings to your body, a way of saying good morning to the vessel that carries you. When you are ready, sit on the edge of the bed, with your feet resting flat on the floor. Take a few slow and deep breaths here. Allow the transition from stillness to movement to be unhurried and conscious. In Buddhism, mornings are viewed as doorways. How you step through that doorway shapes the entire day that follows. When you meet your body with kindness instead of judgment, the day begins not with resistance, but with grace and dignity. Number 2. Mindful eating nourishment as self-respect. As the years pass, the ritual of eating can become quieter, and at times feel hollow. Meals might be rushed, eaten while standing at the counter, or consumed distractedly in front of the television. Food that once brought deep comfort can begin to feel mechanical, dull, or simply heavy. Over time, this unconscious way of eating doesn't just impact our digestion, it quietly erodes our sense of self-care. From a Buddhist perspective, eating is not merely about fuel. It is a relationship with ourselves and the world. When we eat without awareness, even the most wholesome food cannot truly satisfy us. when we meet our food with presence, a deep nourishment returns not only to the body, but to the heart. In Zen traditions, meals are treated as a form of meditation. This is not because the food is inherently special, but because the attention we bring to it is. You don't need to be in a monastery to practice this. You only need to create a small pause before you begin eating. Stop for just a moment. Look at the food on your plate and notice its colors, its warmth, its simple existence. Take 3 slow, deliberate breaths. This small act signals to your nervous system that you are safe, that you are not in a rush, and that this moment of nourishment matters. As you eat, chew slowly. Allow the taste of the food to fully unfold on your tongue. You may notice flavors and textures you haven't truly experienced in years. Halfway through the meal, gently check in with your body. Are you still hungry? Or are you continuing to eat simply out of habit? An ancient principle from Japanese wisdom advises us to eat until you are 80% full. The goal is not to feel stuffed nor deprived, but simply satisfied. This practice honors the changing metabolic needs of the aging body. And if you eat alone, set the table anyway. Use a real plate and silverware. Sit down. Treat yourself as you would a respected and beloved guest, because that is what you are. Mindful eating is not a rigid set of rules. It is a profound act of self-respect, a quiet reminder that your life in every moment deserves care, attention, and dignity. Number 3, gentle movement, participation, not performance. As the body ages, a quiet fear around movement can often begin to grow. There may be a fear of pain, a fear of falling, or a fear of discovering new limitations. What once felt natural and effortless can start to feel risky. Slowly, and often without intention, our movement can start to disappear from daily life. But in Buddhist wisdom, the body was never meant to be a machine for performance, to be pushed or judged. It was meant to be included in our life. Movement in our later years is not about performance, progress, or achieving a certain level of strength. Instead, it is about participation, gently inviting your body to be part of the rhythm of life, rather than demanding it perform. Your body does not need to prove anything anymore, and it simply needs to be invited back into the flow of living. The Buddha himself practiced walking meditation, not to reach a destination, but to be fully present with the miracle of each step. When you walk, just walk. Feel your feet making contact with the ground. Notice the sensation of your body moving through space. One step, and then the next. This practice can begin very simply. A 10-minute walk is a wonderful start. 20 minutes is more than enough. If walking outdoors feels challenging, you can walk indoors along a hallway, around a room, or even in place. Movement does not judge where it happens. In this practice, even a simple chair can become a trusted ally. Stretching while seated, mindfully standing up and sitting down, or gently lifting your arms while feeling supported, all of this counts as meaningful movement. This is enough. Sunlight too is a form of medicine, and simply standing by a window or sitting outside for a few minutes each day helps regulate your sleep cycles, lift your mood, and reconnect your body to the natural rhythms of the earth. There is no comparison here. There is no measuring, no scorekeeping, and no falling behind. Every step, every stretch, and every gentle movement is a quiet way of saying yes to the life that is here, now. If this reminder feels helpful, and consider liking or saving this video so these gentle practices can continue to support you. Number 4, keeping the mind alive curiosity over decline. After the age of 60, many people quietly stop learning new things. It's not because they are incapable, but because they have started to believe a cultural story that learning belongs to the young, that it's too late, that their time for personal growth has passed. In Buddhist wisdom, and this belief is a profound misunderstanding of the mind's true nature. The Buddha taught what later Zen traditions would call beginner's mind, the capacity to meet each moment with openness, curiosity, and a sense of freshness, as if for the first time. A mind that remains curious does not truly grow old. It simply matures, all while staying vibrant and alive. Keeping the mind alive doesn't require formal classrooms, exams, or the pressure of mastery. It only asks for your gentle attention. Reading just a few pages each day is enough. A poem, a short article, or a chapter from a book that gently expands your view of the world. Puzzles serve the same vital purpose. Crosswords, jigsaw puzzles, or simple logic games keep the faculties of focus and memory engaged without causing strain. The joy is not in being fast or perfect, but in the simple act of staying present with the task at hand. Learning can also mean returning to interests you once postponed, and think of something you were curious about years ago but never had the time to explore. Now is not too late. In many ways, now is the perfect time, because the learning no longer needs to prove anything to anyone. It can be purely for you. Conversation, too, is essential. Sharing stories from your life, asking thoughtful questions of others, and listening with deep attention keeps the mind agile and connected. In Buddhism, and this sense of shared presence and mutual support is known as Sangha, the community that nurtures our journey toward awakening. And finally, teaching keeps the mind young. When you share what you have learned over a lifetime, you affirm that your experience still holds immense value. You are not finished growing, and you are certainly not finished contributing. Number 5, emotional heart care feeling. Without hardening, by the time we reach our later years, the heart is rarely empty. It carries the accumulated weight of decades, of love and loss, of words spoken and words held back, of choices made and opportunities regretted. Many people arrive at this stage of life carrying emotions they never fully allowed themselves to feel. Grief that was postponed, anger that was swallowed, or a quiet guilt that has lingered for years. What we avoid feeling does not simply disappear. Over time, it hardens within us. This unexpressed weight can manifest as chronic exhaustion and the subtle bitterness, or a quiet, unnamed sadness that follows us through the day. Buddhism teaches us that our emotions do not weaken us. It is avoiding them that does. A powerful practice from Buddhist psychology to work with difficult emotions is known by the acronym RAIN. First, recognize what you are feeling. Name it gently to yourself without judgment. This is sadness, or this is anger. Second, allow it to be there. Don't rush to fix it, explain it away, or push it down, and simply let it be. Third, investigate with kindness. Notice where this emotion lives in your body. What are its physical sensations? What does it feel like? And finally, nurture yourself with compassion. This can be as simple as placing a hand over your heart, breathing slowly, and offering yourself a few words of kindness, such as, "This is hard. It's okay to feel this way." Anger and resentment, in particular, deserve special care. The Buddha once said that holding on to anger is like gripping a hot coal with the intention of throwing it at someone else. Ultimately, you are the one who gets burned. Forgiveness, in this context, is not about condoning a past hurt. It is about the liberating act of release. There's a timeless Buddhist story about a person who carried their guilt for decades. A wise teacher asked them to simply hold a heavy stone. After just a few minutes, their arm ached with the strain. This, and the teacher said, is how you have been living carrying a weight that was never yours to hold forever. You deserve to put the stone down. A softer, more resilient heart does not come from forgetting the past, but from gently loosening your grip on it. When old emotions are finally allowed to be felt and released, the heart finds space to breathe again. Number 6. Sacred rest. Sleep as an act of trust. For many people in later life, sleep can become an uncertain and frustrating experience. Falling asleep may take longer, and waking in the middle of the night can become a familiar pattern. In the deep quiet of the darkness, worries can feel louder, heavier, and far more convincing than they do in the light of day. This nightly struggle can quietly drain both the body and the mind. But from a Buddhist understanding, rest is not a measure of discipline or a failure of strength. It is a profound act of trust. Sleep asks us to let go and to surrender our tight grip of control for a little while. The Buddha spoke of sleep as a small daily letting go, a gentle reminder that we do not need to hold everything together all the time. As we age, our need for restorative sleep becomes more sacred, not less. Begin by cultivating rhythm. Going to bed and waking up at roughly the same time each day helps the nervous system feel safe. And a sense of safety is what allows true rest to arrive. An hour or so before bed, and begin to soften the evening. Dim the lights. Turn off bright screens. These simple cues let your body know that the day is drawing to a close. Read something gentle. Listen to quiet, calming music. Sit with a warm, caffeine-free cup of herbal tea. Before you lie down, try a simple body scan meditation. Bring your awareness to your feet and silently thank them. Then, slowly move your attention upward through your body. Thank your legs for carrying you, your hands for all their work, your heart for its unwavering endurance. This isn't about forcing relaxation. It's about offering gentle acknowledgement and gratitude. If you wake in the middle of the night, try not to fight it or become anxious. Remember that the thoughts that arise in the darkness are often distorted echoes of our daytime worries. They are not reality. No important decisions need to be made in the quiet hours of the night. Simply breathe slowly. Remind yourself, this is not a problem, and this is just a moment of quiet. Rest is not laziness. It is an act of profound wisdom. Each moment of rest is a quiet agreement to trust the natural rhythm of life that has carried you this far. Number 7. Spiritual connection, the journey inward. As life inevitably grows quieter, deeper questions often begin to surface. These are the questions of the soul, questions about meaning, about mortality, about whether one's life has truly mattered. And these thoughts may arise unexpectedly in moments of stillness, late at night, or while looking back over a lifetime of memories. Many people mistake this internal shift for a late-life crisis. But from the perspective of Buddhist wisdom, this is not a breakdown. It is a profound opening. When the external noise of ambition fades and the roles we once played loosen their grip, our inner world finally has the space it needs to speak. The Buddha taught that within each person there is an inner light, a core of wisdom that is deeper than our identity, our achievements, or our personal story. This light does not need to be created. It only needs to be noticed. You can begin this journey inward with remarkable simplicity. Just sit quietly for 5 minutes a day. Close your eyes and bring your gentle attention to your breath. Don't try to control it. Just feel the sensation of it flowing in and out. Your thoughts will inevitably wander. This is not a failure, and each time you gently guide your awareness back to the breath, you are strengthening the muscle of presence. That gentle return is the practice. Gratitude is another doorway to the inner world. At the beginning or end of each day, mentally name 3 small, ordinary things you are grateful for. Not dramatic, life-changing events, but simple moments. The warm light coming through a window, the taste of a cup of tea, a quiet and meaningful conversation. Our gratitude softens the persistent feeling that something is missing from our lives. Life reflection, too, is a sacred practice. Telling your stories, writing them down, or sharing them with a trusted friend helps to gather the meaning of your experiences naturally. Your life itself is a teaching not because it was perfect, but because it was fully and uniquely lived. The Buddha's final teaching was elegantly simple. Be a lamp unto yourself. It is a reminder that the light you have been seeking has been within you all along. These 7 habits are not a rigid set of rules to be followed perfectly. They are gentle invitations, ways of meeting yourself with more patience, more respect, and more compassionate care as your life continues to unfold. Caring for your body, your mind, your heart, and your spirit is not something you earn by being productive or useful. It is not a reward for doing life right. It is something you deserve simply because you are here and you are alive. The Buddha taught that it is never too late to begin again. Every breath is a new beginning. Every morning is a quiet renewal. If this reflection spoke to you, please take a moment to like the video so these teachings can reach others who may be in need of them. Subscribe for more Buddhist wisdom on aging, peace, and inner dignity. And if you feel called to, please leave a comment sharing which habit resonated with you the most. You are worthy of care now and always,